In the heart of a dense, ancient forest, where time itself seemed to pause, a powerful demon named Gajasura stood on one leg, his eyes closed in deep meditation. Flames roared around him, yet he did not flinch. Storms howled, rivers raged, but nothing could shake his resolve. He had only one goal: to win the favor of the mighty Lord Shiva. For years, Gajasura chanted Lord Shiva's name with such intensity that the heavens themselves trembled. The gods, watching from above, grew restless. They whispered among themselves, wondering what chaos would follow if he were granted a blessing. But Shiva, the Lord of destruction and grace, was never one to ignore true devotion. He descended from Mount Kailash, appearing before Gajasura in his radiant form, his matted locks flowing, his trident gleaming like lightning in the dark. Lord Shiva spoke to Gajasura, his voice as deep as the echoing cosmos that his devotion had pleased him. He instructed Gajasura to ask for a blessing, assuring him that it would be granted. The demon opened his eyes, which burned with both reverence and ambition. He addressed Lord Shiva to take residence within him and never leave. A hush fell over the universe. The gods gasped in disbelief. The very air seemed to freeze. Would Shiva, the Lord of the universe, truly grant such a request? But Lord Shiva, bound by his nature, never denied a devotee. With a nod, he disappeared, merging into Gajasura's massive elephantine body. The demon roared in triumph, his voice shaking the earth. He bellowed that Lord Shiva was now his, and declared that none would stand before him. The world fell into imbalance. The sacred rhythms of creation wavered. Goddess Parvati, Lord Shiva's beloved wife, searched for him, her heart heavy with sorrow. But there was only silence. It was then that Lord Vishnu, the great preserver, stepped forward with a plan. Disguised as a wandering musician, he approached Gajasura, his fingers weaving magic through the strings of his veena. The melody danced through the air, hypnotic and divine. Gajasura, enchanted, listened in delight and asked the musician what he sought. Lord Vishnu smiled. He stated that they sought a blessing, addressing Gajasura respectfully. Lord Vishnu then explained that they were seeking the release of Lord Shiva. A shadow passed over Gajasura's face. He realized his mistake. Power meant nothing if it came at the cost of darkness. With a deep sigh, he bowed. He begged Mahadeva for forgiveness, admitting that his arrogance had blinded him. In a final act of devotion, he released Lord Shiva, who emerged from his body in a blinding burst of cosmic light, his third eye glowing with boundless energy. Gajasura, now humbled, fell to his knees. He pleaded with the Lord to grant him one last wish. He requested that his head be honored for eternity. Lord Shiva, ever compassionate, placed his hand upon the demon's head. He declared that it would be so. He then proclaimed that the head would be revered as his son, Lord Ganesha. And so, from the lesson of pride and devotion, the universe witnessed both destruction and rebirth. The gods rejoiced, Goddess Parvati smiled once more, and Lord Shiva returned to Kailash, forever the Lord of both boon and balance. And thus, the legend of the demon elephant and the Lord who dwelled within him became immortal, whispered through the ages in the songs of sages and the echoes of time. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Mythology Medley. Click the bell icon for more such amazing mythological content.